Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how I made this stylish underbust dress with gathers and also with a puffy sleeve. So if this is something you like, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. So let's dive right into today's video. So first, to start, here is my pattern paper and I've used it to cut out my main fabric and the lining for this dress. All I'm going to do right now is to go ahead and unpin. So for this part, the fabric I'm using is a bit stable, like it's a bit thick. So because of that, I'm just going to turn it with my lining because I don't want it to be too bulky for me. So at the other side also, I went ahead to unpin it and I will be placing it at each side of my fabric this way. And after I'm done placing it, I'll be stitching it with 1/2 inch, but I'll be doing that with the sewing machine. So I'll just go ahead and pin it and I'll be stitching it with 1/2 inch and also repeat this at the other side of the pattern. After I'm done joining, this is what I have. I also joined the lining the same way. So after this, I went ahead to sew boning on this part from the underbust, but after that I realized that the boning was actually on top of the dress, so this part won't be necessary. But if you want your own boning to be directly on the dress, you can go ahead to do that. So here is the back pattern of the dress and I went ahead to add 1/2 inch at the neckline in front, and by the side I did not because we have already added that when we are cutting it out. And I also cut out a gum stay for the back part because I will be creating a lacing bar area at this point or at the back of the dress. So I'll be ironing a soft stay on it because I'll be creating a lacing bar area. In as much as the fabric is a bit thick or stable, I'll just do that to hold the back of the dress. So I've already cut out the gum stay and I'll just go ahead to place it. But before ironing and sewing, I'll just do a little illustration on how you're going to sew this. So you're going to sew out the neckline and you're going to also stitch the side going to the joining part of the dress, and you're going to leave in front of it because you're going to be having a lacing bar area there. So at the neckline, you notice that there's a strap there, so this is about 1.5 inches. I'm going to fold it and stitch it down. After I'm done sewing, this is what I have, and I'll just go ahead and I will notch the dress and cut out the excess that I have. After I'm done cutting this, you notice that the side going towards the lacing bar area, I did not sew it, I left it open. So I made a little strand and I'll be cutting it with the measurement of 3 inches, that's 1.5 inches on fold. So I'll cut about 10 pieces which I'll be using to create the lacing bar area. So I'll just go ahead and measure and cut so I get the number that I need. So now after cutting it out, I'm going to open this way, then take one of the loops, place and measure about 1 inch, and after measuring that, I'll just use another loop, place from that point and measure another 1 inch. Place the loop on the last line and also measure another 1 inch, and also repeat this at this side. So I'll be placing my loops there and I'll go ahead to stitch on it with 1/2 inch. So after stitching on it, I'm going to go ahead and place, then stitch with 1/2 inch on it to hold down the lacing bar. So this is what I have. After stitching, I went ahead to top stitch by the side, creating a boning channel. So after that, we are going to also work on the front part of the dress. So I'll go ahead and place the lining on the main fabric and I'll be stitching the neckline with 1/2 inch. But before doing that, I'll just go ahead and pin it up. So after I'm done pinning it up, I'll just go ahead and sew with 1/2 inch at the neckline of the dress, and after that I'll stitch the side and go ahead to notch it. So after I'm done sewing and notching, this is what I have, and I'm going to turn this with the back part of the dress. I'll place it this way, then I'll use the back shoulder to wrap the front shoulder this way and stitch with 1/2 inch. On the other side, I'll also go ahead and repeat the same process, use the back shoulder to wrap the front shoulder. So after I'm done joining that, this is my sleeve. So remember when we cut this sleeve, in the drafting tutorial, we said we are going to be using a slash and spread method. So you can go ahead and place your fabric and place your pattern on it, and then you're going to give about 2 to 3 inches of space, or 4, and then trace what you have all out. So after this, you go ahead and fold the lower part of your sleeve, because you'll be passing an elastic there. So you fold with 1/2 and 1 inch, and you're going to sew and repeat it on the other side. So here is my dress now, and this is my sleeve. So I sewed a gather stitch on it right round, just like we have on the thumbnail. So I made sure that the gathers, which I did with my needle and thread, is exactly the length of the armhole. So I'm just going to go ahead and place this, and I will stitch with 1/2 inch, and also go ahead and repeat this at the other side of my dress also. So make sure that when you're placing this, the right side of the sleeve is facing the right side of the fabric. So after I'm done joining, this is what my dress looks like. And if you notice, I have taken out the boning I stitched on the dress. Just like I said, I realized the boning was actually on the dress. Another thing you want to take note of is to make sure that the boning channels you sew won't be on the lining, just the fabric. So I'll place my fabric, fold the upper part, and I'll stitch with 1/2 inch, then fold this in this way, and I will top stitch on it, and I'll also sew to the end. So I'll be repeating this for the center part also. Go ahead to fold this way, stitch with 1/2 inch, turn, and you're going to top stitch on it. So repeat it on this, and you can create more at the side. So I just created 1 extra by the side. So what we had on the thumbnail is about 2 on the side or so. So this is what I have after I was done sewing. I went ahead to pass my boning through the boning channel. So when I was sewing, I forgot to mention that I did not stitch the boning channel on the lining. I raised the lining up, and I stitched that down on the main fabric. So now we are going to shape our dress. I'll place my tape and mark the underbust point. From the underbust point, I'll place my tape and I will mark my bust, which is 9 inches. So after that, I'll place my tape back at the underbust and mark 17 inches. After that 17 inches, you're supposed to have half inch that you're going to use to join the dress. So any other excess that you have on the lower part of your dress, you're going to cut it out. You're also going to go ahead to mark the same measurement at the other side. So after that, you go ahead to trace out the excess that you have. So I'll make a mark at both sides where I have the excess, and then I'll fold this into 2, and I'll go ahead to cut out the excess on the dress. So when you're cutting this, be mindful not to remove the basque on the dress. So after cutting this out, we're going to go ahead to shape the dress. So I'll place my tape and measure the bust. My bust circumference is 33, and what I have on this part is roughly 20 inches. So my bust divided by 2 is 33 divided by 2. I have 16.5. So taking 16.5 out of this 20 inches, I'll have 3.5. Then that 3.5, I'll divide it by 2 and mark. After marking, I'll place my tape and then mark my bust, which is 16.5 divided by 2 at this point. So at the under bust, I'll measure what I have there, which is 17.5 inches. My under bust circumference is 28 divided by 2. I have 14. Taking 14 out of 17 inches, I have 3.5. So that 3.5, I'll share it into 2 and mark. Then place back my tape and mark 14 inches, which is my under bust divided by 2. Here, I'll just measure, and what I have here is 16 inches. My waist is 28 divided by 2. I have 14. So taking out 14 minus 16 inches, I have 2 inches. I'll mark 1 inch here, place my tape, and then mark the 14 inches at the other side. So after this, I'll just take this and trace it all the way to the sleeve. And before joining the sleeve at the end, I'll pass elastic through it, and I'll just stitch with 1/2 inch at the end. The length of the elastic is determined by the round circumference of your arm at that point. So you're just going to pass, and I'll stitch it down. After I'm done stitching down, this is what I have at this point, and I'm just going to go ahead to measure what I have left. After measuring, what I have is 23 inches. So my waist circumference is 28 inches plus your zipper allowance, which is 1 inch on both sides, making it 2 inches. That's my waist circumference. 28 plus 2 will give me 30 inches. So taking out this 23 I have here from 30 inches will give me 7 inches remaining, and I will divide that 7 inches on both sides. So I will have like 3.5 inches on both sides at the end of the fabric. That is to make up for the part that was snatched from the waistline. So what I actually took out was 4 inches, but after sewing I had a reduction of 1 inch. So for the lower part of this dress, I placed my tape from my shoulder to waistline, which is 17, and the total length I have for the dress is about 37 inches. So 35 inches is the actual length I'm using because I don't want mine to be too long. I added 2 inches extra for folding and also for joining allowance. So I'll fold my fabric and also notch the center. So after this, I will make a gathers around the waistline with my needle and thread. So after I'm done gathering it, this is what I have, and I'll bring the waistline. So what I'll do now is where the basque waistline starts, I'll go ahead to place the notched part of my dress, and the excess that I have at the lower part, I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So just like I said, I placed the notched part at the basque part of my dress. Now I'm going to go ahead to pin this down. So while I'm pleating this, I'll make sure that I have extra 3.5 inches, which we calculated earlier, and I'll just go ahead and pin this. So what I'll be doing at that side, I'll just go ahead and fold and pleat it when I'm sewing, or you can turn it up with your bias when you're also done sewing, just like I did in one of my previous tutorials. So remember, the lacing bar at the back, also add your boning to it. So I'll go ahead and also repeat this same process at this other side of the dress. I'll just go ahead and place and pin, and I'll pin this to the end and also measure the same 3.5 inches. So when you're joining your dress, to make it easier for you, join it from the upper part. With that way, you're going to see the exact shape of the basque when you're sewing the dress. So I'll just go ahead and stitch this with 1/2 inch. After I was done stitching at this part, I went ahead to fold it. So I'll just go ahead to weave it up when I'm weaving the dress. So after that, I'll just go ahead and stitch this with 1/2 inch, and I'll attach zipper at the back of the dress. So after I'm done sewing, this is the final look of the dress. If you find this tutorial very interesting and educative, please don't forget to join us in our next video. Thanks.